When we learn the Pilates repertoire, quite often it can get to a point where we're just banging through the repertoire exercise after exercise, rather than just actually breaking it down and seeing what our clients are actually doing and being able to regress or even progress an exercise so that everybody can be successful achieving their exercises. And Pilates, in fact, so I've heard, used to say to his teacher trainers, you teach the body in front of you. So it's worth bearing that in mind as we work through that. And that really makes the exercise and the repertoire become the Pilates method. So we're going to try that right now. We're going to have a look at Ruby doing a roll up or roll down. It's also called that. So we start, just reach the arms up parallel to the feet, good, and we'll just roll down. So you're going to roll the pelvis back, roll down, one vertebra at a time, hitting the mat, good, and then we reach the arms overhead, good, and then you're going to bring the hands back up again and roll back up through the spine, good, and reach. Let's do one more and let's take a little look at that all together. So rolling back down again. Arms overhead, hands in front of the chest, return to the sitting, rolling up, and then just take a little pause there. Good, so we can really notice on that roll up section, there's a little sticky section that she has to just push, kind of use a bit of momentum to get up. She's doing quite a nice job with it. She's getting some roll down. There's a little bit of stuff going on through the shoulders that are coming up again, just to try and push her up through that sticky section. All right, so we can break it down a little bit. So let's really kind of regress that exercise into some half roll back. So let's bend the knees up, Ruby, and take the hands behind the thighs. I would probably have your feet a little bit further away from your bottom. That's it, just so it gives you a bit of space there. Find some length through the spine, and then we can do just a half roll back. So roll the coccyx back into the belly button, rolling back. That's it. Find that lead with the pelvis here. Good. Think about the shoulder blades just broadening as you broaden the collarbones, and then just return to a sitting position. Let's do two more of those. So exhale as you roll back, lead with the pelvis, coccyx around. That's it. Taking your spine back towards the mat, really drawing your tummy muscles in, and then return to the sitting position. We'll just do one more of those. Really lead with that pelvis. So you open up there, you go pushing into the back to open up the low back there. Nice. All right, and then return to your sitting position there. Good. We're going to do that again, but make that a little more challenging, just reaching the arms out in front of you. So go again, Ruby, rolling the pelvis back, leading with that pelvis as you roll, reaching the fingertips forwards, but keeping this broad collarbone feeling. That's lovely. Return to your sitting position. Do two more of those for me. So rolling back, reaching the fingertips forwards, nice and broad through the collarbone. So now she hasn't got the support of the hands behind the thighs. She can roll back a little bit further. Good. But we're getting the support and work through the tummy muscles. Feeling a bit happening into the tummy muscles, Rubes? Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. And then bring that back up again. We're going to do it again, but with a little change to make it a little harder still. You're going to roll back half the way. I'll talk you through it. That's it. Nice. And then pause when it gets a bit hard. Good. Stay there. Float the arms up above your head. Good. Bring the hands back in front of you and then push back up to the sitting position. Good. That should feel like it's working the tummy muscles harder. So let's roll the pelvis back again. Hold there. Keep the feeling of the breastbone pressing into the belly as you float your hands up. Good. We're working those tummy muscles. Nice. I know it's tough, isn't it? Hands in front and then return to the sitting. We're going to do one more of those. Roll back. So this is a nice exercise in and of itself, actually. Reaching the arms above the head as the hands float the armpits. Drop. Beautiful. Bring the hands back in front and then return to the sitting position. Nice. We'll take a little pause. Just take your hands out to the side. Let your legs straighten out. And you can just rock your hips or legs from side to side there. Just kind of releasing off. Sometimes it's quite nice to take a little break between sets sometimes just to release off the hips. They can quite often get a bit grippy here. All right. Same but different. We're going to try the band now. So You're going to loop the band around your feet. Take hold there. That's it. I would have your knees, I'll come alongside you here. Have your knees a bit bent up. That's it, and the band around the feet. You might find, because you've got the band, you might find it better to have the legs together, but you choose. Let's see what it feels like. You're rooting down, you've got quite a nice tight grip on the band. And we're going to try another half roll back. So rolling that pelvis back, coccyx round into the belly button as you roll back. Nice. And then return to the sitting. So you're letting the band assist you back up. Let's do that again. Rolling back. See if we can go a little bit further this time. Trying to head that low back towards the mat. Good. Now press the breastbone into the belly to push yourself forwards as you return to the sit. Good. Let's go again and see if we can actually get the low back touching the mat this time. So rolling back. One vertebra at a time. See if we can get that. It. Keep pulling in there. That's nice, 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 nice. Oh, it's about there, isn't it? And then roll back up again. Nice. And to pause there a second for me. And you can see the feet kind of lifting there. I don't know if you noticed in that one. Really nice. Okay, we're going to do same but different. Grab hold of the band for me. So take it around out from your feet. Now, I quite often do this one with the ball behind the back. So I'm going to use the band as a little nest for the ball to hold it still. And what we'll actually do is you're going to, from here, I'll come with you again, Ruby, is just sort of drop back and find the ball around about sort of bra strappy level, which actually, how's that?
Yeah.
Not too off centre. Good. Yeah. Keep the chin a little bit tucked in. That looks good. We'll look towards the wall here. Let's head your legs out to a straight position. Very nice. Reach your hands forwards. Now keep reaching your hands forwards, and can you come up to sitting from there? Ooh, yes, you can. I'm going to pause there a second. I'm going to scoot the ball a tiny bit closer to her. So if we were in a class situation, I might get her to bottom shuffle a bit closer, if you had everybody working this all at the same time. Right, let's go again. So reaching the hands forwards, roll back, find your ball. Yeah, nice. Nicely done. Then press the breastbone into the belly and push forwards. That's nice. I think that's doable. You tell me.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay, good. So let's do that again. So rolling back, find the ball. That's it. Nice. Now hold there a second and feel yourself. I'm just giving her a little bit of support here, and you could use the hands behind the head as well, but we're not going to be here long normally. Okay. So notice you squash the ball. Yeah, just be aware of that. Okay, that's fine. Press the breastbone into the belly, push the hands forwards. Right, this time you're going to touch the ball, but try not to squash it too much. So keep the hands reaching forwards, roll the pelvis back, find your ball, kiss the ball with your back. Nice, and then push it back up again. Nice. Let's do that again. Rolling back. Nice. Kiss the ball with your back, and then push those hands forwards. No, so we're really trying to work around that sticky section here. Good, go again. Rolling the pelvis back. Nice. Pushing forwards. Good, and I'm going to make that tiny bit harder for her. Go again, one more time. Yeah. Well done. Release. Take that sort of counter pose that we did again, just hands out either side. I just want to do one more variation here, which is a really nice little extra piece of work to really try and get that feeling of building those abdominals and feeling that connection of the ribs down into the pelvis. All right, so you're going to go again, same but different. Reach the arms forwards, rolling back, find the ball. Now try not to squash it. Now you can go a little bit further than that. Good. Now take your arms up and overhead. Good. And then bring the hands, back in front and push all the way up again. Let's try that again. So rolling back, find the ball. You can let it squash a bit, but try not to put too much weight. Bring the hands above the head. Keep the ribs pressing into the belly. Press forwards all the way up. And last one like this. Rolling back. Nice. Reaching the arms up and overhead. Then back in front and roll all the way up. Take a little rest, a little counter pose again if you need it. So that's a really nice way to work. And that, again, is a hard exercise in and of itself. And I mean, I certainly, when I'm doing that one, I really feel it. Yeah, you feel that? Okay, cool. All right, so let's pop the ball back off to one side. So we've had to play with that exercise, and in your class situation, you'd probably be working on some of those preparations, building some of those over several weeks before you then try the exercise again. But Ruby's only been doing it a few minutes, but let's have a look at it again and see how it looks. So reaching the hands out in front of you, good. Just come up into an upright position. More. There we go. All right, now think about rolling the pelvis back, coccyx round into belly button. See if you can get the low back to the floor first. Yes, that's tough there. Good. And land your head. Take your arms overhead. Good. In this position again, we want to keep the ribs in the front pockets as well. Bring the hands back up in front. Push the hands forwards as you return. Yeah. And then take a release. Take a little counter pose there as well, if you like. So you can see we've still got that sort of having to reach the arms a bit forwards and that little throw up in the nicest possible way. But if we keep working on that, I'm sure she will improve. It is a tough one. And I have to say with the roll up, one of my other Pilates teacher buddies says that it's just not in my construction to do that exercise. And there are some exercises that we just have to live with that it's just not achievable to do the full exercise. But that doesn't mean that Pilates is not achievable. We apply that Pilates method to any of the versions of the exercises that we do. While we're here, I just want to show another couple of options that might work nicely for Ruby. First of all, we'll go with the hand weights. So you're just going to hold the hand weights in front of you. Now, this is quite interesting. So we're going to roll the pelvis back. Let's go again. We're doing the exercise again, Ruby. Rolling all the way back. Good. As she's reaching the weights forwards, that's helping her. Land your head. It's a bit of a challenge as she takes the arms overhead. That makes it a little harder just to hold those ribs down. Bring the hands up in front of you. Push the hands forwards. Now, the added weight on the end of the lever makes it slightly better. I don't know if you noticed that. Have you got enough energy for one more of those? Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you what we'll do before we make her do that. We're going to add the extra little pieces. So I've got a kind of a little lumbar roll here. It's that throw up, again, for want of a better word, quite often just because we can't quite reverse that lumbar lordosis. So we bring the floor up to her with a little pad. Now I'm going to sort of hold that as you roll down, and then I'm going to come out the way. Let's try it. So reach your hands out in front. Good, rolling down like you did before. You can push into my little pad here. Good, and then landing and reaching the arms overhead. Beautifully done. Hold the ribs down. Bring the hands back up in front of you. Push the weights forwards. Ooh. I like it a bit better. What do you think?
Feels better.
Feels better. Feels a little easier.
Yeah.
We could maybe make that a bit higher if possible. But let's go again. Just do one more, final one. Awesome. Rolling down, reaching the arms overhead, ribs stay in the front pockets, good. Hands in front, push them forwards. Yeah, she's getting tired now, but that was quite good. Nice, take a rest. You can pop those weights down. You can take a little counter pose again, just rocking those hips just to release off any tension that might have happened there. But I'm hoping that's given you some ideas of sort of regressions that you can do with that exercise. And because it's quite often a challenge for a lot of people to achieve the full roll up. You've got lots of variations there using with equipment or even just without, with those half roll backs and the arm reaches that we did can challenge the exercise anyways.